Doing the change of brake pads on the E46 M3 is one of the simplest jobs that's done on this car. You don't need to bring this to a mechanic. I want to show you how to do this step by step. One of the issues I was having was one side of the front left side was getting, the rotor was getting really hot, and I have a feeling that it was due to the seized calipers. So I wanted to inspect it and show you what I found. But to get started, once you got the wheel off, check the car out, take the wheel off. There's a little tightening clip right here. All you have to do is get a screwdriver like this, and it pops off. I loosened it a while ago, that's why it popped off pretty easily. All you have to do is now is get you a bungee cord. So you don't want to, this thing weighs about 15 pounds or 20 pounds. You don't want to put any stress on your brake lines. You want to hold it up with some kind of bungee cord here. I have a bungee cord right here. So all you want to do is, let me just go ahead and try to film this here.
With your 7mm hex bit, you want to just unbolt the slider pins here. When you tighten it back up, it's 22 Newton meters, by the way. I'll show you. I'm going to loosen both of these slider pins up, top and bottom. After you remove the slider pins, you should be able to remove the actual calipers after that. So after you remove the slider pins, this caliper should just come right off. While you use a screwdriver to get levers, that mine just came right off like that. Now you want to get your bungee cord to kind of hang it up so you not have stress on the actual brake lines here. Now the bungee cord here, basically hang it up from your springs here. So all you have to do left is basically install your brake pads. I like to inspect my rotors, make sure there's no kind of sound coming from it, no kind of movement for the wheel bearings, everything looks solid.
This is a little test to check the your brake caliper pins here. I want to make sure this is going in smoothly. You see how rough it is when I push down? It takes a lot of force to really push down on it. Before I had some anti-seize on here, and it got really gunky inside, so I cleaned it off a little bit. So this is what I'm doing, try to clean the inside of this off. This is what it looks like right now. I cleaned off all the anti-seize earlier. I'm gonna put a little brake fluid on here, and put a little lubrication on there, and you'll notice that, look how easy it is to slide now once I put some kind of fluid on there. Maybe not that easy. I just want to try to clean the insides of this the rubber boots out. I have some actually brake caliper pin grease I'm going to use in a second. I'll show you what the difference is.
The brake caliper pin, I'm going to lube it up with this Seal Glide from Napa I purchased. Yeah, works pretty well. Before I was using anti-seize, and anti-seize just dries out and it makes it really hard for the calipers to kind of slide on these pins here. Just lube it up and I'll show you how easy it is to slide on pins. This gasoline like consistency here. I'll just put the all over the caliper pan. Clean the caliper pan, sand it off a little bit with 2000 grit. Can't be able to get all the gunk off of there. So basically, I will put this in here in the rubber boot, and let's see how easy it is to go in. Now we got some lubrication. Now it's easy to go in and out now. So this is how you want your caliper pins to behave like. Before it was like real hard, you saw the last little clip, but now it's like real easy. You want to make sure you get all that gunk inside of that rubber boot out though. Let's take a look at the other caliper pin here. Let me show you what the other caliper pin looks like with all the anti-seize and stuff on there. See all that? I like dried anti-seize. I'll give you an example of what it looks like when I use this instead of this boot here. See how much harder it is. Since I got lube in there, it's easier now, but it's much harder right now to have the anti-seize not as smooth as the other one. So what I'm going to do is just clean it off. Put that brake cleaner on here. If there are any rough spots, I usually get the sandpaper or Scotch-Brite or something like that. Steel wool, get all the hard bits off. This is pretty smooth now. I'm going to put some lube on there, rub it around. And let's see how easy it is cleaning out here. So this is how you want your caliper pin to behave like. I'm going to slide it on there, just the caliper on there, and I'll show you how it looks like with the caliper moving. When you're installing the brakes back again, you want to loop off all the metal contact parts, like the end of the brake caliper mounts here. I'm going to put a little lube on each of the points where the brake pads will hit. I like to put a little bit on the piston also. And now when you're reinstalling it, cap on here. Let's put some on the back of the brake pad. There's a little piece also. And we're going into the other brake pad here. So basically on this little piece area. Back the brake pad. Some lube on here. We'll flip it on. Let me put the rear brake pad on there. These little teeth right here should go inside the piston. By the way, these are Cubano brake pads, the ceramic kind. They last 100,000 miles and this much brake pads left on there. Plenty of life. These last a pretty long time. It's dustless also. Which makes it, you don't have to clean the wheel that much. I'll put this brake pad on here. And get my bungee cord off here. Remove my bungee cord. It's hard to film like this, but fine. These calipers weigh, I don't know, 20 pounds, 15 pounds. They're heavy, so you don't put any strain on the brake lines here. Kind of hard trying. Okay, here we go. Now all I have to do is flip the rears on, the caliper mount, make sure the front is stable, and just slide it back in like that. And make sure all the teeth are fitting correctly on the mount. And all we have to do is just bolt the caliper pins down, and put the tightening clip in, and that should be it. That's pretty much how you would do a sort of a brake job or a caliper squeeze up greasing job.
Here's the brake caliper pin. I put the caliper back on there. I just want to give you a quick view of what the floating caliper should behave like here. Now it's smooth now. You see how easy it is to move in and out. Once you put that Seal Glide lube on there, it makes it slippery. Before, if you use the anti-seize again, it was really hard to move. So this is how you want this to look like.